Hello frog collectors, again another gashapon toy, this time by a brand called So-Ta, S-O-T-A. I'm not sure why that's sticking there. And so, this So-Ta is pretty funny looking. This is a common rain frog, a black rain frog. These things live in Africa and they generally live burrowed under the ground. And then when it rains, they come out to feed. That's why they're called that. But they walk, they don't really jump or hop, because they're just like giant golf balls with small legs. They're just funny looking in real life. And so this is a plastic rendition of it. I'm sure it's a lot easier to keep this plastic thing than a real frog. So let's see, this thing is only around, boy, how to measure the length of this thing. Diagonally, the longest thing I can see is around 6 centimeters. But the body, I would say, is roughly around 45 millimeters long. It might be around 435 to 40 tall. It's a solid chunk of plastic. I assume it's like a PVC because there's a little bit of flex to the toes here. So if it falls, good chance it'll survive. It's got some really strange front fingers or toes, I guess maybe when it's... I think this is like in a defensive mode right now. It's inflated to look bigger than it is. When these are burrowed underground, I guess snakes try to grab them, so they inflate themselves, so they basically seal themselves up in their burrows, and the snake can't pull it out. It's like a cork. So maybe that's what they're trying to go for. So this is just looks like the raw plastic down here as far as the coloring goes. It's just like this off-white or tannish kind of plastic. But then there's some brown printing on here. And it looks like the legs are separate pieces. It's generally a pretty good fit though. The seams aren't too gappy. And then we have this dark brown and some mustard orange or yellow on there. The mouth is kind of pink, pinkish purplish maybe. Decent enough detail in there. The eyes are painted. I don't think they're decals. So that's pretty good. Gold and then some black. Although there is this wrinkle. Makes me, I don't know, maybe that is... No, there's no wrinkle here. I think it's paint. Little nostril, but no paint in them. There are some molding issues here. These little cracks there in the tongue. Okay, so we got some off-white dots speckling this body. And then more of this mustard color with some darker perimeters around them. Bunch of warts and stuff, or bumps on the skin. And yeah, it's really inflated. I gotta say, it's pretty cool looking for a gashapon toy. Much better than the Bandai one I reviewed. So let's look at that thing. If you had asked me what my favorite frog was, I wouldn't have been able to answer you. But I'm pretty sure it's this rain frog. It's so goofy looking. And the reason why it's the first one I got is this very cartoon stylized one by Frog Planet 2022. It looks like a golf ball with eyes. Right, so that's pure resin. This is hard resin though. That thing will shatter like glass. That's super heavy as well. Almost feels like it's made out of glass. So Animal Heavenly Body, in their 13th wave, they had a bunch of frogs, and this is their version of it. Unfortunately, this one's very glossy. I mean, I guess this is a rain frog, but I prefer the frogs to look matte finish. So that's very realistic to a real frog, I guess. Same with this. But here's that Bandai one, which definitely, they're going for toys, right? So the mouth is cool. It actually does open and close pretty well. Pretty seamless, I think. The front legs don't bother me so much, but they have like 3-part rear legs, and look at all the air gaps, you know, so I'm not a fan of that. I actually prefer the static models more. Like, these are totally seamless. There's like not much of a gap. You can clearly tell this has separate legs, but still, it looks more natural because you don't have these cracks in it. Anyways, so those are 4 frogs that you can collect if you like these rain frogs. Bandai, So-Ta, Frog Planet, Animal Heavenly Body. There you go. So this one's pretty cool. Yeah, we'll have to see. I don't know if I think they might have, possibly they might have other frogs, but I only like the images of this one. So that's it for today. We'll see you in the next frog video.